going to make my final comment, and then I'm going to leave the last word, obviously, to you. I love the value of words. Somebody said once that words are more powerful than the sword. And I think they're true. Here's why. Words give us ideas. They give us ways to organize ideas. Ideas change the way we think, our mental models, our unconscious biases. The way we think changes the way we act. We behave differently because of those new mental models. That changes the way we feel. And it gives us a sense of optimism. In the face of despair, we can see hope. And ultimately, that chain from words to ideas to thinking to behaving to feeling, I think gives people and organizations a sense of well-being, a sense of what we can do to win while we care for people and we care for the organization. I hope that you, Rita, and I give you now thanks for words, ideas, thoughts, actions, feelings that will create well-being. I hope I can be a small piece of that puzzle because many of us are in the middle of that. And for those listening, please take care of your people and take care of your organizations and take care of yourself. End of my comments. I know it's time now, and I'd love to hear your wrap up because of your wisdom.
Well, the first thing I'd say is, put your own mask on first, right? I mean, don't worry about everybody else until you're in a reasonable place. So I totally endorse that. I think that's great. And that goal of looking for a sense of well-being. So where I would bring us is, there are a lot of very smart and very generous people putting a lot of their best ideas into the mix here. And if we are indeed in the midst, as I believe we are, of a great unfreezing, that opens up opportunities that we've never experienced. Certainly in my career, we've never experienced. And it's going to cut across every sector. Certainly the way we educate people, the way we add value at work, the way that we meet, the way we build trust. You talk a lot about trust, I know. And we've seen a real retreat from trust in a lot of our organizations over the last 10 years. What I'm starting to be encouraged by is, we're starting to learn expertise actually matters. Governments do things that markets cannot, and we need to be supportive of governments doing that. And the everyday heroes, that are keeping the wheels turning and, putting themselves at some kind of risk are actually a lot more important than I think our society has been willing to recognize, either in terms of their own well-being or in terms of compensation or in terms of a lot of other things. And I'm seeing the early stirrings of labor beginning to say, wait a minute, we matter too. And I think there's a lot of kind of early warnings that we could be on the brink of something I'll call the rendezvous with destiny that Franklin Roosevelt talked about. And he talked about when things are tough, we need, as leaders, as government, we need to make sure that society's resources are distributed in a way that enables better outcomes for the many. And that created a mountain of experimentation. And that really created a lot of the world that we have today. And I think we could be on the brink of a future that is like that. So this session, the time flew. What happened? It has been recorded. We will edit the recording. Thanks, Luke, and we'll get it sort of in a nice shape, and then we'll make it available to people if you'd like to forward it on to people in your organization. So, Dave, if people want to know more about you, where can they get more Dave, more inspiration, more ideas?
I discovered about 2 years ago that books are a great way for big ideas. And I'll just mention some of the great books that I've read lately: Entrepreneurial Mindset, Market Busters, Discovery-Driven Growth, End of Competitive Advantage, Seen Around Corners. These are blockbuster ideas. But a lot of the chunk ideas, a book takes 3 years, a year to write, a year to edit, or a year to think about, a year to write, and a year to get published. Or maybe a chunk edit to 2. I started posting on LinkedIn about 2 years ago. I post a new article every Tuesday. And 1 week it's a 1,200 word article. 1 week it's 100 words. And I've started finding I really like that pace. They're not big blockbuster ideas. They're small, chunky ideas. And so I'd encourage people to follow me on LinkedIn. I'm posting every Tuesday, and I just put up 10 tips in 10 days, which is way outside of my comfort zone. And I'm still doing the big books, but I really like that chunking. So I'd go on LinkedIn.
All right, we will follow you on LinkedIn. For those of you that are interested in learning more about me, my website is very creatively called ritamcgrath.com. I publish a monthly newsletter. If you're interested, it's free. Just put your name in the website, and you'll get that in your inbox once a month. And then I'm on Twitter and LinkedIn and all those other places you would find people like us. So thank you.
By the way, I better say my colleagues would shoot me. We have a website, www.rbl.net. And they would shoot me for not mentioning it. Results-based
RBL.net.
RBL.net. Yeah.
Okay, we'll make sure to mention that in the as we distribute the video. So let me wrap up by saying thank you all for joining and giving up an hour of your time. This has been just amazing and so uplifting, really uplifting. I always, as you said, I always feel better talking to you. So thank you.